Coming up from Grand Ole Opry, a gentleman that needs no introduction, so we'll just say, bid welcome to the king of country music, Mr. Roy Acuff and the Smoky Mountain Boys. All right.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you. Thank you. This has taken me a little bit by surprise just to introduce me. So may I in turn... the way we had this program planned was that I would talk a little while out here with Mr. John Lair, one of my very close friends and has been for a long number of years. So let's me and him talk some here for you people and talk about country music and what it used to be, what it is today, and a few other things. Make welcome John Lair and let him come in here. John is acquainted with this thing. Here's John Lair. Nice gentleman. I want you to make him welcome, really welcome. John Lair.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope to have the pleasure of introducing you, Roy, because you haven't been here before, and I had so many nice things saved up to say about you.
Well, you can forget them now.
No use telling these people because they already know them.
Yeah.
Already know them. No use me introducing a man.
Fire your pistols out there and let's have it.
No use introducing a man that's been known and introduced all over the nation and other nations for a long time. Nothing that I could say would do more than just postpone your enjoyment of Roy Acuff. I just want to say that this fella represents the very finest in American music. He's been at it a long time, and thank God he's still going just like he was. Now let's give Roy that hand we were talking about.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Thank you, John. I appreciate those words. Let's talk just a little bit of from some of the, let's not call them olden times. Let's just speak of them as a few years back, something about country music and when you started the Renfro Valley, and I was working in Knoxville, Tennessee at the time.
That's right.
And I talked to you long distance and was just about planning to come to visit with you up here and see if I couldn't get on with Renfro Valley. That was back in the days of our good friend Red Foley and then the girl, what was her name? It was here with you so many years.
You mean Linda Park? No, not Linda Park.
No, Linda passed away.
That's
just
right, before he came
back about those days.
You're not thinking about Aunt Ida.
Aunt Ida.
Yeah.
Aunt Ida. Yeah. And then there was who was the real tall girl?
Little Eller.
Little Eller. Yeah, those are days.
Little Eller's out in Hollywood going big now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, she's, I guess, wearing dark glasses so people can't tell who she is and all. They get that way in country music.
Yeah.
And then later, a few years after that, John, I got down to the Grand Ole Opry, and I wasn't doing too good down there, and I called you again. I don't know whether you remember these things or not, but I definitely remember them because it was part of my life.
Yeah.
And I called you here, and you told me to come on up, and we'd see if we could make arrangements for some portion of the program, some portion. And just about that time, David Stone and them gave me a big break at the Opry and started to give me a little extra time and helped me considerably. Other than that, I would have been part of your Renfro Valley cast. I hope I could have made it up here.
Well, I don't want to forswear any of the good luck you've had and the success you've had, Roy, but I wish you'd been with us.
I would have enjoyed up here. This is an atmosphere up here that I can see, and this is my first time to ever visit Renfro Valley. But this is an atmosphere up here that goes along with country music, and I would have really been happy in these hills of good old Kentucky because it's just like back in East Tennessee, the portion of the state that I was raised in, and it would have been very pleasant for me to work for you up here, and you had some wonderful people working here too. Oh, let me ask you this, some things that I should know to clear my thinking up. I can remember, of course, when WLS Chicago was growing big guns, and Lulabelle and Scotty and Arky the Woodchopper and many of those boys. Were they on Renfro Valley here with you at that time?
No, they were not, Roy. That was before Renfro was started. That was soon after Judge Hay had been up there, and he came down and started the opera. Well, I went in there soon after that. And these people were there much earlier. Now, when I left Chicago, headed for Renfro Valley and stopped over by way of WLW in Cincinnati, those people weren't with us. They've been here since and visited with us, but we'd already were disassociated from them before we came down here.
One of your biggest programs, John, was really, of course, you had a wonderful opera type program here in your barn, but your Sunday morning show always has been one of your very outstanding programs here at Renfro. Isn't that right?
That still is, Roy. That's our dependence. That's the reason for Renfro Valley being here, that Sunday morning show.
Of course, I don't get to hear radio and television either like I'd like to, but is this syndicated out? Is this program syndicated out?
It goes out on a network of tape stations. We were formerly on CBS, a full network for several years. Had a big show. And then since, as I say, television came along and radio was more or less relegated to a minor position, we've gone on tape network. We have about 100 stations that carry it. Our biggest station probably is WJR Detroit, and if you ask for the hands of the people here from Michigan this morning, you'll be surprised.
What about that?
And Saturday night or Sunday, we have a great following in Michigan, and they're still loyal to us. They come down. Ohio the same way, and Indiana sort of drifted away, and they're coming back. We're beginning to get Indiana back again.
You have each radio station, I presume, has the section of the country that they are more listening to than other places. Now, like Wheeling, West Virginia, I have appeared up there, and I found out that Wheeling, West Virginia is listened to more on up east and around New York, New Jersey, and over in Canada. They are big in Canada.
That's true. Well, we go strong through Michigan and Canada. There seems to be about 2 divisions of this country music thing. The boys further south are a little different type. From here on up, we're almost Midwest. We're influenced largely by the people, immigrants who came to this country years later, largely by the Swedish and Dutch people. And the further north you go, the more you find that. But the real old down-to-earth country music really goes further south, goes deeper there, and begins to sort of be changed a little bit as it comes up. We're more Midwest than South.
Comes along about the mark of Tennessee where it gets country.
Yeah.
John, I've enjoyed being on mic with you. You're a wonderful person. I've always had great admiration for you, and I admire you because I've always heard people speak so well of you, and they speak of you as an authority in country music. And I'll never be an authority in country music, but I want to always be part of country music, and you have certainly played a great part in making it possible for us boys to have songs, sing songs. And back during the days when ASCAP was giving us a lot of trouble and BMI was formed, I can remember it very well. People like you that could tell us where a song came from, we had to depend upon you. And if it hadn't been for you people back then, I doubt if country music would have possibly come through.
Well, Roy, I just want to say that I appreciate being a part of country music, having something to do about it. I want to further add that you are a country music.
Oh, I thank you very kindly. John Lair, give him a nice hand and we'll start the program. Thank you. All right, I thoroughly enjoyed that little conversation with Mr. Lair. I hope it wasn't in any way boresome to you people because it was just a friendship talk with me.